is taking on Amazon's Echo, the company unveiling its HomePod smart speaker in San Jose today. The product is more like a Sonos speaker with a smart assistant built into it, whereas Google Home and Amazon Echo are smart assistants with a speaker.
Just like iPod reinvented music in our pockets, HomePod is going to reinvent music in our homes. The same chip that powers the inside of our iPhone is inside HomePod. It's perhaps the biggest brain ever in a speaker.
The HomePod, just one of the items announced today at Apple's developer conference. So for more on this conference, I'm joined by KTVU tech expert Ryan Eldridge from Nerds on Call. Ryan, thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
First off, give us your thoughts on the HomePod. I mean, is it going to be a hit if it's already competing against Google and Amazon?
I mean, it's almost a guaranteed hit because the Amazon Echo is so superior right now, but Apple has a much better play in the fact that they have Apple Music, which is just an amazing app in terms of it's just got every darn song you could possibly want on it, except for Jay-Z right now. But it's got just about every song you want, and they have this massive developer movement. People will write apps for it like crazy. This is somewhere where Amazon has kind of fallen off a little bit. So Amazon, with their Echo, you write skills. And so you can get text briefings, play Jeopardy, things like that. But the community hasn't really grabbed onto it and started really developing apps for it. And so it's kind of falling by the wayside. On the other hand, though, Siri is dumb. She is just the dumbest, most terrible assistant out there. I hate her so much. And
Tell us how you really feel.
Amazon Alexa is fantastic.
Okay.
She answers your questions. You can say, hey, you know, what is the mass of the universe? And she'll literally answer you. With Siri, all she wants to do is show you a web page.
Okay.
Well, that's going to be interesting how that translates to a countertop device versus a device you're looking at all the time. Can she answer your questions, or is she just going to, you know, well, I should go look that up on Wikipedia.
Okay, well, we'll hopefully wait and see. What were some of the other big announcements that came out from today?
Well, they did some basic upgrades to their Mac line. So their iMac, they got an iMac Pro. The MacBook got a little bit of a bump and upgrade, and the MacBook Pro all got some size upgrades, a little better quality, a little bit faster, but nothing really exciting. And
You're a little disappointed. Yeah,
they kind of missed the boat here because my most hated rival in the world is Microsoft, along with Apple, and they came out with the Microsoft Studio Surface.
Right.
And that thing was awesome, and it was $399, and it kind of beats this new iMac Pro, which I'm just disappointed in. It just seems like they didn't really try on the iMac Pro. But the iPad, the new iPad, the iPad 10.5 inch, it's basically the same form factor as the 9.7 inch, but it's just got a smaller bezel, so it's a larger screen. A little more reactive on the Apple Pencil, which is great, so for people that are creative or write a lot. And if you take notes on your iPad like I do, you can now index that stuff, so you can search it. So if you write some kind of weird scribble, you know, be it Fox 2 at blah, 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 it'll actually be able to pull that up in a search.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. And now you can drag and drop things with iOS 11. You'll be able to drag and drop things from one app to another. So, for example, if you're looking at a photo in one app and you go, oh, I want to put that in my email, you can just drag it and drop it rather than having to do this weird share, clicks through thing that just has never been very intuitive.
Okay, we'll quickly talk about the iPhone updates as well, because there was this new feature that they say is called a Do Not Disturb function.
Yeah.
So that would be really helpful for teenage drivers, I assume.
Oh, not just teenage drivers. Anybody that's driving on the 24 right now knows that the guy next to him is probably texting on his phone. And so having that Do Not Disturb feature is great because it's that one less distraction from when we're driving around, but it won't necessarily stop us from grabbing it, turning that feature off. So we've still got to be a little cognizant about what we're doing when we're driving, but the Do Not Disturb feature certainly brings some attention to something that needs to be done. So.
All right. Ryan Eldridge with Nerds on Call. We appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
And we will be right back after the break.